This episode and every episode is brought to you by personal injury attorney Mo DeWitt.
He's in our corner, and he can be in yours if you need him. If you're injured on the go,
Just call Mo. Whether it's a slip and fall, a car accident, if you get hurt in the general public, you can call Mo and know that somebody is fighting for you. JustCallMo.com is also where you find out that you don't even pay unless you guys win. Just call Mo! Enjoy the show!
Woo!
Episode 91. Good sauce. Here we go. Baby! You have joined a very fun and positive time.
Baby!
Welcome to Good Sauce with Ross and Joel once again. My name is Ross. That is Joel.
How you do?
That is Nico Renato.
And we're back.
And that is John Arce.
Ni hao.
And the fun is here. Today's date, January 14th, which if you do not know, there's an international recognized day.
Recognize.
Better recognize.
Better recognize that this is a different, this is the World Logic Day. How about that? Did you guys know about that?
Logic like the rapper or logic like
Logic,
sense?
like the critical thought, the ability
good.
of
That's what I was
having
hoping.
critical thought.
Wow, a blast from the past, because we haven't done it in a while.
It is, we're
Not a lot of critical thinking going on.
I'm pretty sure we aren't too good at critical thinking these days as a society compared to maybe 60, 70 years ago. This seems to be, or maybe not. I wasn't around 60, 70 years ago.
Yeah, how do we know?
Yeah, I wasn't there.
We should critically think more today to celebrate.
And one thing that I want to critically think about, this will be a critically thought episode. Mm-hmm. The critical brain power will be going into it. I can already feel it. And first and
It's going to
foremost,
be like a Cracker Barrel where you put the golf tees to see if you're a genius or an idiot.
That's
Or
what
an
this episode.
ignoramus.
Yeah.
We are the Cracker Barrel golf tee of programs today. That I promise you.
Saddle up, wait for your biscuits, and put your mind to work.
I feel almost awkward because just to remind people of what this episode is, Joel and I are creative best friends. We are soccer best friends. We write and make things together. Renato, it was a roommate. We love each other, not in that kind of way, but you just winked and so did I. I just made that up.
Or former roommates who loved each other. Yeah.
Well, it is, and then also John is another childhood best friend of mine. I've known him since third grade, and the reason why I bring all of that up is because, like, my best friend from third grade is, we've said it on the pod already, but it's here. It's about to happen. You're about to be a dad.
Yes, I probably should be home right now.
Yeah.
Could happen at any
she's
moment.
not in labor. Let's be specific on this. The due date is within the next week.
What is the due date?
So it was on the 13th.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
never mind. We're in the danger zone.
Yeah, we're in the danger zone.
Red zone.
So I will refuse to talk about anything else to start off the show other than John's having a baby, and it's so crazy to be on this side of it because I have a 1-year-old. I got to talk months. I'm talking months because that's the type of dad I am. He's 16 months old. John, you're about to have a daughter. The due date is literally today. You are here on the pod. This is epic time capsule stuff. We've got some questions for you. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
We've sourced them from and we used critical thinking to find out what's the best way to source these questions. So we used AI.
Absolutely.
Of course.
I went ahead, I have a child. Joel has 2. Renato,
Childless.
but that doesn't mean you can't have an impact on something to say.
Because this child will be going into a world full of people that do and don't have kids.
Yeah.
You got to
Just know that everything I say will come with a grain of salt.
How many grains of salt?
I would listen to more of them.
Wow. You consider yourself filler. Any good critical thinking has a control. Any good test.
It is such a cool club, and I'm here to help you out here. Your first question that AI wants to get you pumped up for when it comes to being a dad?
Wait, hold on. Should we put some underscoring to this? Because this is, like you said, time capsule. You're about to be a father, John.
I'm very nervous.
Well, don't be. Because we're here to set your mind at ease.
Oh,
I heard it's one of the greatest gifts of life.
He's heard. I've done it twice. I've got 2 teenagers in this world. That's where I'm coming from.
You're going to be a girl dad.
any of you have girls?
No way.
Great. Love to hear what you guys have to say.
What's something you want her to learn from watching you via treating her mom?
I didn't understand that question.
What's something you want her to learn from watching how you treat her mom?
That if a guy doesn't hold the door open for you, he's not the one.
That's a hell of an answer.
That is a good answer.
That's a good answer. You hit him with the boardwalk saltwater taffy vibes with the answer.
Yeah. Providing a good example. Just so you know, it also works in reverse. You can be terrible, and they'll get it. They'll be like, ooh, not that. So just remember, that's always an option.
Isn't that weird? That does work. Yeah.
Not only do I have 2 kids, I've been married several times.
How do you hope she describes you when she's an adult?
That I was there. That I was present. Bare minimum here, guys. That I was there, and that I was present, and I listened to her.
Ooh.
Okay.
You snuck in a gem right there.
Right. Yeah. That was a good one. All right. This is important stuff. She might listen to this.
Shout out Marceline.
Let's go.
What's a tradition or moment that's going to be yours with her?
I can't wait to teach her how to swim, and the way I'm going to do it is throwing her in the pool.
That's
how I learned.
How I learned too. Yes.
You know what I mean? Just throw her in.
I will also
Figure it
say
out.
that in my compliment of that's a great one, because we do live in Florida, you always want to be able to have your kids swim as soon as possible.
You're amphibious.
Before walking even.
Yep.
But if you hire a swim coach, they'll hate them instead of you.
Oh.
Thank you. That is some advice I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I think they're the monster and not you.
And then after the swim coach is done teaching them how to survive, you can go be like, oh, I'm sorry they did that. Oh. And then you were awesome.
Parent hack.
That's what I need to hear.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
It's how you maximize the points. And that's what it's about.
You can come through like a hero.
Instead of a 0.
What are you excited to let her explore on her own?
Oh, man. I can't wait till she figures out how to, draw. Is that weird to say? I want her to kind of be artistic.
I don't know.
Hard R.
That's fair. It's time for me to tell you about That Mortgage Guy Don. It's the season. It's the season to fall in love with good finance rates. Do you know that they've been dropping? Do you know that you can compare your quote for free by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com? He went to high school here in Orlando. He fell in love here in Orlando. He's been helping Central Floridians out for decades when it comes to their mortgages. And when it comes to mortgages, people need help because it's not that easy. That's why you call That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatmortgageguyDon.com. Do the thing. Play the jingle. Rip it.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
So that's the AI's questions. But, here's my advice when it comes to having a 1-year-old. Now, I am not a guru at this at all. But it's two weeks. 2 weeks. Joel was the one that gave me a heads up that 2 weeks. It took me 2 weeks after he was born to fully adjust. I think I ran off of fumes for the first 2 weeks and just pure
Adrenaline or something?
adrenaline and exhilaration and just going, oh my, and then you just look. Those 2 weeks are probably the most like love cocaine filled 2 weeks of my life. Like it's so dreamy, it's so blurry. Looking back on it, yeah, once she is born, those first 2 weeks are just a massive it's like tectonic shifts of your soul. It's like an earthquake, and the plates are moving a little bit. You know, like underneath the surface, these massive plates of you are just moving on top and shifting and different things. And that's your sleep schedule, the food that you eat, the amount of food that you eat, and the one thing, the advice that I have for those 2 weeks is forget about the baby for a little bit if you can, and try your best to also just rub a foot on a mom, because that's I think one of the best things that I can feel comfortable and confident saying that after like those first 2 weeks, I just was so Olivia focused.
Yeah.
And if you love your wife throughout this whole first year, especially those first 2 weeks, you are loving the baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be my advice, at least.
It's so cool.
Because your partner just produced this insane miracle. Whoever is doing that, like, there's going to be a forever, like, thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you for stealing Joel's advice, basically, that he gave to you. So I'm excited to hear what Joel has to say. Now, you can't use that.
It's how tradition
advice
is passed down.
Yeah.
It's how this wisdom has seeped through.
Generation after generation.
What say you, Joel? Any advice?
Yeah, I will say, and now this may be a hot take,
Okay.
but don't forget about yourself.
Ooh.
Because you're no good if you don't get what you need. And I don't mean like you need to go on a trip right now.
Yeah. Or do a podcast on the day.
That's a good one to do, because right now she doesn't need anything. Right now it's okay. We're in a holding pattern. We're flying above the airport. You will be present for the landing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But you're doing something right now that's a friends thing, that's a you thing that only takes a couple of hours. You'll recharge a bit on this level, and then you'll be better when you get back. I think that's huge for people in general. Like, you know, people that like to go to the gym, those people, the in shape ones, they do that because they like the result. It's better to put in the work. So I say don't forget to put in a little you work, because you'll be better for her and the other her.
I think that's huge. I tell, because now I'm a charge nurse, right? So I'm kind of like a supervisor. I tell my nurses, take breaks.
Yes.
Because you got to take care of yourself in order to take care of someone else. So I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Sometimes you see the new parents and they're so strung out.
Me. I do feel like parenting has aged me physically.
Yeah.
I think I am melting. I feel microwaved.
You definitely took a sleep hit.
Oh, yeah.
We watched that. I remember, not recently, but I remember when we were doing this podcast, and it was like you had to summon some vapors from another zone just to be able to do this.
Yeah.
You were not sleeping, and that's rough. Some people don't do well with that.
I don't. So I'm looking forward to see how I handle that.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's coming soon.
You're both a first responder and a baby daddy. That's going to be a lot.
A lot of caring for other people, so it's important to take care of myself. Renato, lay it on me. I know you have no children, but that doesn't mean you don't have great advice.
I'm just listening to this conversation and
You were a child.
realizing why I don't have kids.
Dang.
But no, advice. I imagine you got a little baby mini you now, and it's your job as papa to just raise that baby into being a good person and, setting them up for opportunities,
All right.
I'll tell you this. You want to make sure your kid is cool. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure your kid, even if they choose not to agree with you, you need to expose them to what you think is cool. Music, immediately.
Wu-Tang.
Good music.
Yes.
Absolutely. Shaolin style.
I feel like even if they don't like it right then and there, when they get older, they'll have a cycle that'll come back. Like I hated Bon Jovi as a kid, but now I think Bon Jovi is great. Because my mom
Very
would play
specific example with Bon Jovi, but I like it.
That's of course.
She would always play Bon Jovi. She loved it, and I was like, and then, but now I'm like, God, bro, I see what she was getting at.
And that's a whole nother thing.
That's what I'm saying. They're recording. They might not give you the response immediately, but then later on you see, and that's just like, oh, good. I'm glad I did that. That when they're 10, they'll say something, and you're like, it's like hearing your own phrase said by another generation. It's pretty cool.
if
so
you
don't forget, give them the real deal. That's what I'll say. Show them how cool you are, your version of cool. Because I see people act fake around their kids sometimes. They do a voice.
Yeah.
It's like condescending. They're like, hey, bud. And I'm like, don't. If anybody talked to me like that, I'd be like, I'd have no respect for them.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I have gotten critiqued on this. They're like, why do you talk to kids like that? And babies. I'm like, because they're alive. They're on Earth.
Yeah, I've heard.
I want them to know stuff.
I've heard you say this before, and every time I see Miles, I never give him the little baby talk. I'm always like, "What's up, bro?" I try to treat,
and he
treat
lights
him,
up.
Yeah, right.
We
Yeah,
always
loves
do
it.
that. We walk in and we're like, "Hey, oi, boy!"
Yeah, right.
Yeah, one of us.
Never like,
dude?
It's never like, oh, what did they do, baby? No.
And as the dad, it is put it in a bottle, sell it. It's priceless.
Yeah.
Seeing your friends come over, look at your son, and go, "What's up, big dog?"
And we listen
like dap
to
him up.
The day of her giving birth, there's so many things that are like flashbacks, like as if I took hits of acid and I cracked my back. I don't even know if
didn't.
Yeah, I didn't. I've never even taken acid. Always kind of wanted to, but never did.
I'm waiting for those days. Anyways.
Well, I just remember being outside of the hospital and looking at the grass and the color green. It was kind of just got done raining.
And you weren't on acid?
I was not. I just remember because I hadn't slept. I slept on like a hospital couch. It's just been like deep going, oh my God, I've been crying for 2 hours. And it was the first moment where I left the hospital because there was something in the car and I went out with my brother. And I just remember looking at the grass and just looking and appreciating how green it was. And then appreciating the fact that I was appreciating grass.
That the grass literally was greener on the other side.
Yeah, it was poetic. It was this weird moment, and it was the first literal thing that I saw in the outside world out of the hospital just looked different, and I caught it, and it caught my attention, and I was like, oh my God, this is what they're talking about.
Yeah.
That's different. This is different. I am different. I'm a dad. And then the smile that I got many months after that, finding out that my best friend is also going to be a dad.
Yeah. I'm so
And he
excited.
still has that aspect of his personality.
Well, one cheer for the new dad. Hip, hip.
Hooray! You're almost there, John. You are almost there.
Any second now.
And an early shout out to the wives and mothers out there, too.
In a hard pivot due to recent news, stay right there. Don't touch the dial because we'll be playing a game called Nazi or Not. Oh, God, buckle up. Central Florida, listen up. We're blessed with one of the best museums in the entire country. It's a Smithsonian affiliate. Of course, I'm talking about the Orange County History Center. January 11th is the last day to see the most Orlando exhibit ever known to mankind. Of course, I'm talking about Orlando Collected, where you get to walk all throughout the history of Orlando with 150 years, with 150 objects, everything you need to know about Central Florida. It's awesome. I know what's coming up next in January next year, 2026, Animation Land. All of the background stories and all of the behind the scenes of animation, the history of animation. And of course, because we're in Central Florida, there's a companion exhibit called Drawing Magic, the Walt Disney feature. Orange County History Center. Check them out, thehistorycenter.org. Do it! Welcome back. Welcome back to Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. My name's Ross. That is Joel.
Hey.
That is Nico Bernado.
Yes, sir.
That is John R.C. It's been an epic episode. It's been, it's just so cool. It's just so cool.
so logical, so much critical thinking.
Experiencing, yeah. Also, it's National Pastrami Day.
Oh.
I love me a pastrami sandwich.
Real fast, before we get into what I have prepared for us, pastrami is the last and latest thing in my life that's taken a dramatic U-turn. Used to hate it.
Your pastrami stance?
I used to be, my pastrami stance has changed.
You didn't like pastrami.
I thought it just tasted like sliced up hot dogs.
Oh, shots fired.
It tasted like high credit score hot dog.
Wow.
It tasted like top shelf hot dog.
Like nowhere near the shape of that. Of a hot dog.
Yeah, but just the taste. I'm not crazy. I've talked to other pastrami haters in the past. I have found my people, but now I have left my people because I realize what I want out of a pastrami sandwich. And please,
Even what you want out of life.
Swiss cheese needs to be Swiss.
what I need is it to be overcooked. I need the pastrami to be a little leathery. I cannot have it, at the very least, on the sides of the pastrami meat.
No raw in the pastraw.
No raw.
You want corned beef.
I'd rather it hot. Yeah.
Yeah. I need it like also
with
just
straw.
thin.
Raw with the straw, the bang.
Amy.
Pastrami, yummy.
Pastrami, yummy. I will take a moment, and there's not many times where I get to pat myself on the back, but I need to have more pastrami metaphors in my life.
Pastramaphores?
And exactly.
Working out. Just keep working out.
What I'm trying to say is that I never liked pastrami sandwiches,
Yeah.
but
I get it.
did I stop ordering pastrami sandwiches maybe once a year, twice a year?
Nah, man, you never know.
I kept hitting that drum
Your
just to
palate
get a heat check.
changes.
I get
Yes.
a heat check. I never gave up on the pastrami sandwich.
You dip your toe in the pastrami pool once a year.
Find your pastrami sandwich in 2026. Try something that you haven't liked. See if the taste buds have hit a little, has a little plot twist, a little I.C.E. dead people in your 2026 on the
Years
palate department.
I declared a war on avocado.
And then
It's still ongoing, like it's more in skirmishes. We have the Treaty of Guacamole, where it doesn't count anymore. And I like guacamole.
yeah,
But you throw a slice of avocado on a sandwich for me, it's just a slap in the face. I can't do it. It's a texture thing. But I remember the War of Tomato, and I know that there's hope. Through diplomacy, we will discover a new menu. For I believe in these United States.
I like
Mine was olives.
olives.
Well,
Olives?
I still can't do olives.
So you still can't do it.
Nah, but I want to come around to them because everyone that
Black
likes
or
olives, green, well, any olives really. To be fair to both,
They taste drastically different.
yeah, no, they're all terrible to me.
Yeah, I guess what?
This is no time for that type of like
Blue
hatred.
cheese,
yeah,
divisive
Vento doesn't matter.
This is a
bro.
very divisive time.
It's getting a little racy over here.
yeah. Green ones, black ones. At least his hate's equal.
All I hate is all
We're
of
talking
them.
olives here.
He hates all of them, ironically.
Let's just get this clear.
Black ones, green ones. I hate all of them.
I wouldn't say hate, but they're just nasty. I don't know.
I will join you.
Jeez.
No,
I mean, I hate them.
I'll join you.
Nasty.
I'll join you on the nasty olive take. However, guess
Really?
what? Once again, I'll pat myself on the back. I found an olive that I like, and I found an olive that you would like. I bet you and me have the same olive duet going on of like absolutely not. Do you olive juice in a martini? Yay or nay?
Nah.
All right, so
You don't get dirty?
I can do dirty. I could do dirty.
I've tried it.
But there's a sweet olive. There are sweet olives, and no one ever believes me when I say it, but there is like a dessert sweet orange olive over at the Whole Foods Dry Bar. That's worth getting.
Okay.
That's worth peeping and finding out.
Okay.
But
I respect you as a friend and like your opinion and everything, but that sounds terrible.
But sometimes
I'm telling you, shrimp ice cream. Try it before you judge it.
So you still don't like olives. What's the last food that you've pulled a U-turn on?
Oh,
Pizza Lunchables.
I had a huge come around to pineapple, but that was like earlier in my days. I've been on pineapple for years.
Yeah, but it's very acidic, and the whole rest of the day you got that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can't do too much of it, but yeah, with some tahini.
Tangent.
Some tangent.
Dude,
I don't know.
everything for me. Like I hated vegetables, and then I
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
read somewhere, you can fact check me that they're very good for you. So I just kept eating them, bro. I just kept eating them, and then eventually they were like, oh, if you put some sauce on them, you put some salt in there.
That's why dogs like dog food. It's the only available food. You just only feed yourself healthy things.
Yeah.
Eventually you're gonna like
Eventually, you'll crave them just to stay alive.
Right.
Yeah. It's
it. So smoke those cigarettes.
It's also I had this thought of like
Do whatever you want.
to convince yourself to eat healthier. You know what I mean? Like, would you give your dog a double cheeseburger from McDonald's? Like, would you think that would go well in their intestines?
so you're going the dog. I love this.
You know what I'm saying? Like, would you give your dog like
Treat your body like it's a golden retriever.
some red sauce, lasagna, or would you?
You're on the dog diet. Would I give it to my dog? I wouldn't. I ain't eating it.
Yeah. I don't know.
That is Renato. That's a take. That is a take. You should gong
I
yourself.
think they call it keto.
You
I think that's what it is. Keto.
keto or
called-
Akita. Yeah.
Oh man, this might be my first official gong.
Well, then,
bro.
I mean, you.
All right, listen. If you wanna, I don't know. This is not me speaking from experience. It's just a thought I had. But if you wouldn't give it to your dog to eat, then it's probably good for you to eat and probably healthier. Like, I don't know.
Wait.
most
That
dogs-
was the opposite of what you.
Most dogs just eat dog food. You're saying
No, but like, give them a little treat. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like,
say
would
it the way
give-
you said it earlier when you were like, "Would you give your dog a double cheeseburger?"
When it comes to declarative statements, that was.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not gonna eat dog. I'm not gonna eat dog food.
That's not the point you were making.
What I'm
You were
saying.
saying you wouldn't feed yourself a double cheeseburger because
You know how-
you wouldn't give a dog that because that would kill a dog.
I'll start over.
Yeah.
You can't start over.
You know how like your dog chills next to you when you got food and you just picked up some McDonald's and you're eating your McDonald's and then you sneak him a little or I don't do this because I don't think it would be safe for my dog. So I had the thought of if I can't sneak it to my dog and feel good about it and not have guilt about it, it's probably not good for myself.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. Do you think that's
And
what?
I'm not gonna eat dog food.
Nope, that is a.
I know what you guys were thinking.
No one was
Oh,
thinking.
no one's thinking.
We were literally thinking like that's the point.
You're
That's
thinking,
it.
wow, this guy eats dog food.
No. No.
Where are
It sound-
you getting that from?
No.
You literally
But
said
have you ever tried it though?
Maybe.
not
I like the wet one.
not,
Those are all jokes.
not wet dog food, but there was a dog treat that I have.
Did you get paid?
One time, yes. A
I was
couple
gonna say
other
I
times.
got paid when I ate a dog treat.
Yeah. Because some of the dog
Like a
treats.
fundraiser or something.
No, it was just I was working in a box office of a theater.
It just
There was a
happens.
thing of dog treats in there, and I was like, "Would you eat one of those?" And they said, "No, but I'll give you $5 if you do." And I was like, "Okay."
Oh wow.
Would have done it for less.
There's some dog treats.
It wasn't good.
Yeah,
They're gross.
I'm not eating wet dog food, but I have eaten dog treats. Like,
Why not?
I did it at a dog park festival. I did it.
It was a bit.
There's like
Shock
a dog.
factor.
Yeah. I
You
don't
eat a
know.
dog food, everybody.
You went full Fear Factor.
Sometimes.
Why not wet dog food? Just because
Oh, that's gross. I'm not doing that. That looks like just like.
you'll eat pastrami, but you won't eat Purina.
Dude, you know what wet dog food looks like to me? Every time I like mix it in with dry food, it always reminds me when I put it first in the bowl. It reminds me of like a time machine experiment gone wrong. like
Looks like that used to be a person.
Yeah, and it looks like from point A to point B, the streams got crossed, and then all of the cells just became one. And I'm just like mixing bad time machine and results into my dog's bowl. That's where my head goes.
Oh, Dr. Johnson.
Yeah, you guys have been there, right?
Yeah.
So there is one thing that I wanted to do because we have this show, and The one thing that we've talked about in the past is a lot of World War II. This is such a hard segue and such a hard pivot, but it's
But we have talked about how we do watch a lot of World War II content.
Yeah, I love watching World War II content
Like
late at,
documentaries.
whether it's just like a History Channel YouTube video from back in '98, where like there's all of the History Channel stuff from like the '90s and early 2000s.
Oh, absolutely. Even Netflix is littered with like World War II in color, how it started.
There's just a new series that just dropped about the Nuremberg trials. There's been I like watching and being around my TV when World War II content is on.
What's one of your favorite World War II movies?
God, I would say not World War II. It is World War One.
That is not what I asked.
But it's the first movie that jumped up to my mind, and I would argue that you can't have World War II without World War One.
Literally, you couldn't.
So I'm going to go with All Quiet on the Western Front. That was the last war movie that just absolutely, and it was you follow a German soldier and. But documentaries, while that Nuremberg thing that just dropped on Netflix, this just dropped, I think, in the last couple of months.
Yep.
Woo! That's my kind of thing.
And I think a lot of the fascination is just how did humanity get to this point? How was this possible that this was
How
allowed
did we
to
let
happen?
this happen?
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
think, okay, well then they didn't have the internet. They were only hearing certain things, bits and pieces. Maybe people didn't know what was brewing, but it did happen, and we gotta, learn from that.
So I just said that you can't have World War II without World War One.
Absolutely.
Right? You can't have World War II without Germany in the 20s and Germany in the 30s, because that is probably one of the more fascinating aspects of World War II.
They
Is
rebuilt the roster after World War One.
and finding out how it got to the point of now building, the strongest military on the planet very quickly out of Germany, and at the very least, the most aggressive army on the planet. So now you fast forward, it's 2026, and I keep hearing a lot of people like they look at the USA in 2026 and they go, is this Nazi Germany? Is this Nazi Germany? And before we even go on, I just want to take a moment and go like, I don't think we will ever see the Nazi regime's evil ever duplicated or replicated. That's my opinion about it when I hear people compare USA 2026 to 1930s Germany. I don't think we'll ever see that as a unique human event that I just don't ever see that level of disgrace happening to the human race. Maybe that's the optimist in me.
Let's just
I hope so. I
Right?
hope so.
on World Logic Day, I would say
Yeah.
we would all agree that will never happen again.
Yeah. That maybe that's just
But
I always then, so I go to bed watching these World War II things. I wake up to seeing the news, and sometimes it's kind of like, okay,
little deja dude.
a little deja dude. Hold on. Hold on. And then I also hear people saying that. I'm not the first person to bring up that people have been saying that. So I thought it would.
You don't get Lion King without Hamlet.
I thought it would be very important
It's the same plot.
with our platform to pose the question. Let's just do it. I like to call it welcome to our first and last ever rendition of our Good Sauce game show, Nazi or Now.
Nice.
You hear the conversation out in the streets. Well, here, ladies and gentlemen, we are trying to find out, truly, is this similar to 1930s Germany? Can we be both entertaining and educational and make you think possibly that maybe that narrative
I'm scared of this.
might have more or less legs than you think? Welcome to Nazi or Now.
Oh, why are we doing this?
I will be posing things that either not Nazi 1930s Germany had or 2026 USA? You tell me which one's which.
Okay.
Let's start off with our first attribute. Is this USA or is this 1930s Germany? Political polarization. High polarization in between political parties. Parties increasingly view each other as threats to the nation.
Now you say Nazi or now. Is there also a pass option?
Oh, there can be a pass.
Pass.
That seems like both to me, but I would say now for sure, and then
I think Nazi Germany.
You should have stuck with your first guess there, Nico Renato, because the answer is both. That is right. 1930s Germany had extreme ideological polarization, politics framed as existential battles. That's what my history has taught me about 1930s Germany. So when you wake up and you see the absolute vitriol hatred between both left and right in the USA in 2026, I feel like we can accurately say that thing is in common. Both the right look at the left and think they are the absolute downfall of this country. Both the left look at the right and think they are the absolute downfall of the country.
AKA, we can't all just get along.
Political polarization, yes, 1930s Germany and 2026 USA have that in common. Moving on. Economic anxiety and resentment. Economic anxiety and resentment. Is that 1930s Germany or is that USA?
Pass.
again, probably both. Both probably used as tools to, increase fear to, further their agenda. So yeah, I'm gonna say both.
I didn't know that was an option, but I'm going with Nazi Germany.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nico Renato is on a hot streak. The answer is both. That's
This is
right.
not when you want a hot streak.
Both 1930s and the USA have been known to have hyperinflation spikes. That means mass unemployment was during the Great Depression for 1930s Germany and the USA with their housing affordability crisis. Now, I would like to get ahead of this. Two radically different situations, and this one would be the most debatable one that I have here on the list. The Great Depression is radically different than what is happening right now with young people not really being able to buy homes. Those are two radically different events. I'll get ahead of that. Come at me, I don't care. Moving on, number 3. This one might scare you. Populist rhetoric. Which one was there? 1930s Germany or USA? Is it the system is corrupt? Elites betrayed the people? Is that 1930s Germany or is that USA? The system is corrupt.
Now.
Elites betrayed the people. Is that 1930s?
Now.
Yeah, I'm going now.
I'm going now. The voice of logic.
It is
I
National Logic Day.
The man on the saddest hot streak of all time, Nico
Who
Renato.
did not want to do this, but is definitely killing it right now.
sucks to say, but I could see them using that as a tactic. So let's go both again. I'm sticking with both again.
Ooh.
Now, I quoted verbatim, the system is corrupt is a massive narrative throughout 1930s Germany. Those exact words, the system is corrupt. That is 1930s Germany. Let the dagger stick in. If you're listening to this, you didn't know the answer to that question.
And to your point, we said it was now.
Moving on, number 4, scapegoating. Germany 1930s or USA 2026?
Germany. All day.
You have to hear what it is first.
Oh, sorry.
Minorities blamed for national decline.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it 1930s Germany or the US of A in 2026?
I play games to win. I've been watching Renato. I'm going to go both.
Yeah, I think at this point I'm just gonna stick with the same answer throughout.
He's
so
answering C for everything.
Yeah, I'm going B for every answer.
I'm going Germany.
Yeah. So it's basically both. Now the eye is in the beholder. You know it.
You almost threw an eye is in the Bahamas.
The eye is in the Bahama.
I know you're trying
sausage.
to make a point here, but you said something pretty great.
It's up to you. I am posing this question to you, to anybody because we're on a radio station and that someone's driving home. And I feel like this is important to use whatever platform I have to express the little knowledge that I have, which is like stand-up comedy,
Babies.
babies. I know
Soccer.
mowing a yard, killing a yard, and also, oddly enough, a little World War II. We're not stopping. State-controlled propaganda. Moving on. State-controlled propaganda, rallies, and mass messaging. Is that 1930s Germany, or is that the U.S. of A?
I know propaganda was a bit. They created the hate propaganda, so ooh, they made it cool.
Because, and I do think that's trying to happen, but I don't think it's happened yet. I say only Germany.
I say more Germany. Probably both. More Germany.
I'm gonna go both though.
This is getting into the world of subjectivity filled with hot takes. It's up to you. That's where I'm at with it. That's up to you, brother.
I mean,
That's up to you, listeners. That's up to you, because
Hey.
that's where we're at.
We're allowed to say this.
It's up to you.
the red hat and the logo, like those are two just propaganda monsters, you know.
It's probably both, but I'm going Germany.
Yeah.
Moving on. Number 7. And you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and
We skip 6? Yeah, we're going to 7.
listen, my heart is breaking and my face is melting.
Yeah.
Especially in these last couple of weeks. And there's just like this weird rule that I have when it comes to this podcast, and I'll be honest here, is that like if I need to be honest, and if I want to be honest, and I have a damn studio in my home, and that we do have listeners, and this whole point of Good Sauce is finding out how people human and the details of the fun details, to not gloss over that, you know, there are things to smile about no matter what, but in sometimes there are things that, to me, we shouldn't be smiling about. And the most recent news when it comes to having masked agents storming cities that disagree with this administration's
Silently masked. By the way, they don't say anything as well.
So, and this one also goes to I'll end this whole crazy upside down Stranger Things upside down world bit here. Is number 7 is the normalization of extreme language. And I think everybody, including myself, has been on I don't know. I can tell my language has changed just in these last couple of years. I think you can look at the entertainment landscape and see that vernacular has changed a little bit. And this is the God honest truth, is that 1930s Germany had a massive dehumanizing language, and it became the norm, and it just became more common. And I can't sit here in front of this microphone and act like that's not happening. I've been guilty of that. I can't act like we aren't having some odd similarities. Once again, I'll double down. Don't think it's the same, but I can't lie. We've got some similarities right now.
And you know what will make it not the same? What happens next?
What happens next?
That's what we still have control over, is how we speak and how we feel and how we speak about how we feel. And that's, I think, important to remember, especially on the same episode where we're talking about our kids and having kids and bringing them in. Because as someone who has a brother-in-law that's deployed and a coworker's son who just enlisted in the Air Force, and I care about these human beings, not just what their jobs are. And I am always thankful for the people who have to serve our country, and it's an incredible job, but it hits different when you know people that will have to do the things that this type of rhetoric leads to. And when you see that people are willing to do things, it hits different. It's not just talk. Diplomacy is not the only option, but it is still an option. And I think the way we speak and feel and the way we communicate with everyone is super important. And it always pays to be sweet, and you will never regret being nice, but you sure might regret letting it all out.
It's
And I just say that as an observation.
Yeah,
And as not just as a dad, I just feel that way. Not out of fear, but out of the love, the opposite of it. So, and we do have listeners, and I know they don't all agree with votes. I'm not talking about voting. I'm talking about being an ant on this hill.
and
You know?
and specifically the whole reason what I'm talking about exactly definitively is that the last 3 weeks I can tell you that I've never had an algorithm like that. I've never seen footage like that.
Yeah.
That's different footage. That's different. Is it different to you? Have you seen that on this different level? To me, there's a lot of footage right now that's coming out, and it will not stop.
And that's what is wild to me as well, is that like back in the day, World War II, there weren't everyone didn't have a camera and everything, and you would think in today's day and age everyone is held accountable with these camera phones and everything, but it's just not. It's just like they really
There's a reason they shut off the internet in Iran this week. They didn't want those videos to be seen of what they were about to do, and we still have the internet, and we can still use our voices, and we can still put things online and watch it, and like you're saying, absorb it, realize that this stuff is really happening, and just don't be stupid.
was wild.
And
Just know it.
Another thing that when you say like these things are actually really happening,
They are.
You know, that's up to you to find out. But all I can do in front of this microphone is express what I also what I see as like, whoa, that's really happening. You know, what's probably the most alarming thing was off of this last, this tragedy, this event happening out in Minneapolis is when J.D. Vance, our vice president, comes out and goes, he good, purity, above the law. And yeah, this is, that made me start going, whoa, what I'm watching at night, that's different. Or maybe I'm wrong. Hey, let me know. You tell, we can have a conversation. I just have never seen this before. I am only 36. But I can't act like this doesn't have some similarities to like 1932.
They try to control that narrative very quickly.
Yeah, and
before even doing an investigation, I think they they let the people know what happened, and that's kind of wild.
And throwing like
Yeah, they did something I thought I'd never live to see. They made white people afraid of the police.
there's
And speaking of being afraid of the police, my parents told me at an early age, you better memorize your social security number. Because, I look a little, I look
Other.
like, I get a lot of, where are you from? Those type of questions. And even though I was born here in Florida, but I get all those questions, and I'm going to pass that along to my little daughter. If she comes out darker like me, she's going to have the same talk that my mom had to give me at the age of like 8 years old. I'm like, hey, you should try to memorize your social security number, because you never know
That's good
when
parent.
someone tries to act a fool and try to, go above the law and be mean to you for no reason and be a little hateful, even though for just existing.
But that's smart. That does two things for a kid. It lets them know the information they need to know. It lets them know how to react in a situation where if that happened to you and you'd never been told anything, it would be all emotional. But when you tell your kids stuff like that, hey, if this happens, do this. If there's a comfort in that happening. They go, I know what to do. I've been told. That's a good dad move.
it's I don't know, and there's no way I would be able to go to sleep tonight having as this platform, as small of a platform as it is, and not at least ask the question to anybody listening to this. It is. Have you seen this before? Are you guys rocking with it? Are we? I don't know.
I think it's safe to say we ain't rocking with it over here.
Yeah, because we're not rocking with it.
We don't rock that way.
Any type of gun violence, yeah. I'm not rocking with it.
Nah.
Sorry.
None of it. Be sweet.
Be sweet. Be
Yeah,
kind.
kind.
Wives, mothers.
Different episode, I suppose.
And fight this hate with kindness. Just keep doing. Just all you kind soldiers out there, keep kinding it up.
Yeah.
Happy National Hot Pastrami Sandwich Day.
I'll have a side of logic with that.
God, I hope the USA becomes like a pastrami sandwich where
What, great again?
great again. Yeah.
Shout out wives and mothers. Oof.
Noit.
This episode and every episode is brought to you by personal injury attorney Mo DeWitt.
He's in our corner, and he can be in yours if you need him. If you're injured on the go,
Just call Mo. Whether it's a slip and fall, a car accident, if you get hurt in the general public, you can call Mo and know that somebody is fighting for you. JustCallMo.com is also where you find out that you don't even pay unless you guys win. Just call Mo! Enjoy the show! Woo!